Welcome back to Straight Talk. We're having a lively discussion about 24-hour businesses.
We're not. Gaming is going to be an issue. I mean, the guys that are giving out all this money is a good thing, but it doesn't change the fact that the decisions are being made without more consultation. Just because and what are some of the concerns of the community members, and how many people said they didn't want it, and what made them go against that? Why did they, if you had 10, 15 people that said no, what do you do with that? How do you work that out, and how do you come to that decision? That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. But in there also, we talked about one location, but my understanding was that Snakes said no, that he's not going to go 24 hours. He's going to keep the hours
that he currently has.
And he's said that there's no reason for him to go 24 hours. Mm-hmm. So that's one of the other issues.
No, there is a social side, and as I said, I work at night at Oguari, and I see people, and they're not people from town, generally speaking, playing in the poker house, but you see the same people every day. Mm-hmm. Every day. Some guy who's like 20-something and thinks he's a player, he's in there in his sandals and everything else, and I'm wondering what's going on in your life, Pally. I mean, like, you're walking around like in a mood on the cell phone after, but you're coming back. So that's an addiction. That's always going to be there with gaming.
Yeah, but I mean, like, there's society in general has become a lot more open to gambling in general. All the casinos going up, all the lottos, Lotto Quebec, and blah blah blah.
And then the new lotto that's there, and it's still something that we'll talk about it not today. But I mean, it's still that's still an issue. It's still waiting to see. Why isn't anybody doing anything about it? We don't know.
But Mike, I tend to think you're right. I want to go just quickly as we segue though into something else. Is I tend to agree with you in terms of where this is all going, in terms of a land-based casino, and it's not. People, I don't think, should expect a referendum this time around.
Don't. I mean, listen.
I really don't think so.
What the rhetoric that's going on, if people don't see it, they got to be blind. Where's the money going? We have no money here. We're shortfall here. This and this and that and that and that. It's like, come on.
Yes.
Where's your taxes going?
Well, that's the taxes.
Speaking of taxes,
look, on the agenda for the Mohawk Council for the summer community meeting is a little thing about an update about the recent decision that affected the case populaire and taxes. Supreme Court. Now, I would gather that the Mohawk Council is going to share what they've learned about the decision, but there was a decision that came down July 22nd. Not July 22nd, but a story reported it, that two cases in Quebec, one was Bastion versus Canada, that's Loretteville, and the other one is Dubé versus Canada, which is Point Bleu, who both have, I guess they have cases over there too. And so the question is a bit about here, and recently, we all know that we received this notification that any investments, you'd have to get these forms and everything, as Quebec was saying. Now you had to report this as reportable income on interest earned on monies in the bank. Well, that was overturned. The Federal Court of Appeal and the tax court ruled in favor of the Canada Revenue Agency. And it was bizarre because one of the things they did was they said, well, we ruled against this applying because it's money invested outside, because this wasn't, something, that was customary among the Indians or something along those lines. You didn't do this in the bush when you were hunting. Mm-hmm. It was completely stupid. In the Supreme Court, it was overturned. Right. And it says it's hinging on Section 87 of the Indian Act regarding tax exemptions.
What did we do in the bush?
Okay, that's a taxing move. All right. Anyways, on the heels of settle down. This is serious
Yes,
stuff.
of course.
Very serious stuff.
Right.
Okay. This affects everybody now. Is that if you have a bank, say, and you put your money in the bank over here, and they earn money outside, it has nothing to do with you. Your money, your interest, you loan them the money. They're here. Mm-hmm. What they do with it, you don't have any control over. I mean, that was the sort of basis of the decision. And then Section 87, which is the tax exemption in the Indian Act. Following that, there was another case, and this should interest the people in Kahnawake involved, like some of the people we talked to before from the gas industry here, and the tobacco thing, is that Tubik First Nation, the province had dropped the case they had, revenue cap, they dropped the case. To me, it's obvious that it was in light of the decision that came down in the Supreme Court, because it was on the basis, again, of Section 87. Is they were levied taxes for cigarettes and gas delivered to their reserve. And their argument was, we have 84% unemployment. Okay, this is about income generation. Mm-hmm. So now the province has agreed to pay back over $3 million.
So that's something that I guess when it's said and done is going to obviously benefit everybody. Any case here is going to benefit, right across Canada. So it comes to the same thing.
As far as I understood, though, this tax issue wasn't going to affect very many people in the community. You had to earn $50 interest a month or something to be.
But in a sense, yeah. How many people are affected is not really the issue.
The principle of it is that the monies that were generating an income were being taxed, and that's here. And it's geography. We're here, and the money is being brought here, and a bank that's here on the reserve was being taxed, and that just wasn't right.
On the basis of that, though, I would like to make a suggestion to local officialdom, is that maybe now the council can knuckle down and get rid of the tax on stamps coming to the community. Maybe they can accomplish that now.
They couldn't do that for
well, maybe they could
40
as a
years.
result of this, and so I'd like to, as on a positive kind of thing, deal with that. Because you know what, you can still go to Bureau and Grow and you can buy stamps there and get the PST off over there. So why we're paying tax over here? But we'll see if they can do that.
I was told that the post office is considered an embassy. This is what I was told. I did ask some people about it. This is what I was told. That the post office would be considered like an embassy.
Wait a minute, excuse me. The only way you have an embassy is when you're in a foreign country, and since they say we're all Canadians any damn way, there's no way they can claim that it's an embassy.
But you know what? On that tax issue,
I said it.
But on that tax issue, why are we not taxing, not just rent, why are we not taxing non-native individuals who are coming in here that have businesses? Mm-hmm. The post office is one of them. Why aren't we taxing them and not just for rent?
Well, one reason they can do that to Canada Post is because they're going to remove their post office. Now you're going to have to go to Chattagee to go get your mail.
No, we'll have it
delivered. That's the big threat in particular that. But your point about other people coming in, people setting up partnerships with people in the community and profiting by our tax.
Not only just that, there's a lot of businesses in this community that have no partners in of the community, are strictly non-native businesses that are here, that they're running their business tax-free.
Boy, this is a whole other show. Right?
So why aren't they being taxed? That's another issue. So don't tax us, tax them. If council wants to where the money goes, find it by taxing them. Even MIT, come on, right? And I've said 100 times I've said it. Tax their revenue.
That's 100% community owned.
Tax their revenue.
That's 100%
tax their revenue.
Owned.
Yeah, that's another show. That's for sure. Well, it's been
a slice.
Yeah. You know what? We've been away for 2 weeks or so, but this show could go for another
2 hours.
Another 2 hours.
Easy.
Because of the issues that are pressing right now, and you know, another show will be coming up soon.
And it's so many layers. I think I find it's like one layer affects another layer, affects another layer. Like and I think that's just generally speaking the way that we operate.
So we're gonna wrap up again. Thanks a lot, guys and gals.
Yeah.
We'll see you again in 2 weeks. If you want to come on the show, or if you have any questions or comments surrounding our show, email us at mohawktv@hotmail.com or give us a call at 450-632-NEWS. That's 450-632-6397. Yawa and Onagi Wahi.
Onagi Wahi.
Honor you.
Honor.